Hello, Kartika. Hello, everyone. This is Djenaba Jones sending you greetings from Maryland in the United States. Kartika, I mentioned maybe a month or two ago that I wanted to record another video for you to give you another update of the many benefits that I am receiving from your teachings and your programs. And the reason I keep recording videos for you is because I want you to know how much you have impacted and changed my life in such a positive way. So, this particular update is about something that I was dealing with for a couple of years before I discovered your videos. I'm 46 now, and a couple of years ago, out of nowhere, I started putting on weight. I could not figure it out because I'm very active. I'm a dancer, I'm a yoga instructor. I live a very fit lifestyle. I eat extremely healthy. I love living a healthy lifestyle. And all of a sudden, I just started putting on this weight, had no idea why. So I said, okay, no problem. I'll just start upping my workout routine. Did that, no change. So I said, all right, well, maybe I just need to, tweak my diet some more. Back in my 20s, I had learned about the raw food diet. Um, and at the time that I was putting on weight, I was eating about 80% raw. So like I said, I was eating very healthy. But when in my 20s, when I first went on the raw food diet, which was 100% raw, I lost a lot of weight. That's something that just comes along with doing the raw food diet. So I said, all right, well, I'll just go back to 100% raw. Did that for a few months, no change. The weight was still there. In fact, the weight was still coming on. So I was doing research. I said, all right, what more can I do? And then I learned about an all fruit diet and the benefits of that. So I said, okay, maybe this is the key. This is what's going to take this weight off. So I went to 100% fruit, which I loved. I really enjoyed it. I love fruit, so it wasn't a problem at all. It wasn't a struggle. But I was eating only fruit and losing no weight. So at this point, I was feeling extremely frustrated and getting to a point where I was feeling hopeless because I'm like, I've upped my workouts. I'm down to eating just fruit. I really don't know what else to do. So finally, I realized that I was putting on weight because of perimenopause. And for those who don't know, perimenopause is a period in a woman's life that lasts about 10 years, where the body starts to transition into no longer producing eggs and ultimately moving into menopause. So, most women enter that phase in their 40s. And so I have, older friends who had already been through perimenopause and or menopause. And I remember them saying perimenopausal weight gain is so frustrating because no matter how much you work out, no matter what you eat, the weight does not come off. Well, back at that time when I heard them say that, I really didn't believe them because I'm thinking, okay, she says she's eating healthy, but I don't think she really eats healthy. So it's not something I was ever concerned about. I've never been the type of person who believes statistics. Oh, everybody at this age is this is going to happen, or when you start to get older, you lose your eyesight, or you need to start wearing glasses. I've never been one who subscribes to that way of thinking. I just feel that everybody has their own experience, and my experience is going to be my own. But that being said, I did start to put on this perimenopausal weight, and it was around the midsection, and it really bothered me because to look at me in my clothes, it didn't. My body did not represent um, who I am or the way I live. It's not like I'm somebody who's sitting down eating junk food all day and a couch potato. And not that there's anything wrong with that, but I was living a different kind of lifestyle. My body was not reflecting that. And so it really, really was bothering me. Um, so anyway, so that's just the background. So I remember Kartika, your intention ceremony, which I loved. It was amazing. It has had a tremendous impact in my life. And one of the areas that I was focusing on when you were talking about the 20 areas of life was health and fitness. Because again, I'm frustrated by this weight gain and, wanting to find a way to reverse it. And I remember you asked the question, I have my notes here from that day, why haven't you achieved this particular goal yet? And I was trying to think, why haven't I? And the only reason I could come up was that I've tried everything, nothing is working. I literally did not know what else to do. And from the intention ceremony, I did create an affirmation for um, getting back to the body that I like. And I was doing all those things that you suggested. Um, but what was holding me up and holding up my progress is that every time I would look in the mirror, I would focus on the area that I did not like, which was like the midsection. And I could not help but just feel so disappointed in what I saw. And I knew from other spiritual teachings and from yourself that you have to release the resistance. And so I would try to release the resistance. I would try to focus on that area and not feel disappointed, not feel frustrated. But it felt like I was lying to myself because I wasn't happy with it. I wasn't okay with it. And I could not seem to bring myself to the point where I was okay with what I saw in the mirror because, again, it just did not reflect me and the lifestyle that I was living. So one day I remember I just was really down about it. I looked in the mirror, I was trying on some clothes and things just weren't fitting. And I was just feeling really, really down about it. And I had this epiphany, and I realized that I had been looking in the mirror and trying to accept what I saw. And what I realized is that I didn't have to accept it by being the observer. I just had to observe myself not accepting it. And that was a huge shift for me when I realized that I didn't have to figure out how to accept it, how to be okay with it. I just had to observe myself not being okay with it. And that is where the non-resistance came in. And as soon as that revelation hit me, I was like, okay, I'm going to go back and do some pain body work. And I had been doing pain body work on this repeatedly. But once I had that realization, I said, I'm going to go right into some pain body work. I did. It lasted a long time. But when I came out of it, I had a sense of peace and acceptance that I had not had before. And I knew at that moment that the weight was going to come off. Now, I had no idea how, but I knew it. And I believe it was the next day that I sent you that message saying that I was going to have to record another video for you. Now, what's, significant about that is, again, I didn't know how this weight was going to come off. I just knew that it was. And it has. So over those couple of years where I was putting on the weight, I think I put on probably 25, 30, maybe 35 pounds. Um, and after I had that pain body session and had that realization, the weight has just been literally flying off. And what happened was when I came out of that session, I think within a few days, I was led to the information that ultimately was what I needed and what my personal body needed to be able to get back to my natural healthy weight. And it has not been difficult. It has not been a struggle. It has not been a challenge. It's been the easiest thing. And I am so happy. I was at a point where I was not depressed, but it felt depressing. It was very depressing for me. Um, Sometimes I would feel ashamed. I had this belly, and here I am teaching these fitness classes, and I'm a dancer, and I did not look like what I was doing and the way I was living. And I was feeling really bad. And now I'm so happy. I'm so happy. And I just wanted to let you know that. And what I would like to share with anyone who is also using your mindfulness practices or doing any of your programs or using any of your techniques, I just want to say that you don't have to know how what you want is going to happen. In fact, most times you probably won't know. It's really not our job to know. But once you get to the point where you truly release the resistance and, do that pain body work and get to the other side of those feelings of frustration or doom or whatever they may be, the answer will come to you. You don't have to figure it out. You don't have to know when, how, where. You don't have to know any of that. Just trust. And this has been a really eye opening experience for me because it's really taught me um, to trust that I don't have to know, but it's going to happen. It will happen. It's a guarantee. And that goes for whatever it is in your life that you may be reaching for. And so I just wanted to share that. And Kartika, I just want to thank you again for all of your teachings, all of your programs, your classes, your videos, your recordings. Um, in some way, shape, or form, I'm immersed in you every day, whether it's watching a video or, doing one of your classes, one of your programs. You're always in in my space, in my aura. Your knowledge and your wisdom just is always permeating my space. And I just appreciate you so much. Um, so I just want to thank you again. Keep shining, keep changing the world, keep healing people's lives. And to everyone out there, I wish you the best on your mindfulness journey. Thanks so much. Bye bye.